Hello, Windsor Warriors. This is Mr. Osunde. Hey, listen, we sent you guys a grading plan for the rest of the school year last week. Thought it'd be useful to put together a short presentation, a short slide, just kind of talking about our process and ultimately what we expect from you guys. Okay, so I'm going to jump into it. But before I do that, I want to share some good news. Okay, I don't know if many of you guys realize this. You might have heard the news, but we at Windsor High School have been recognized as one of the top schools in the Northeast and in Connecticut as well. And none of this could have been possible without all of you, okay? So, clap once if you were a part of it. Let's get 2 claps if you're proud to be a Windsor Warrior, all right? Super proud of everybody here, students and staff. We couldn't have gotten this recognition without the work and the trust that you guys have put in, okay? All right. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the grading plan, okay? So this was some of our thinking, okay, as we jumped into this. Windsor High School is one of the most diverse schools in the state of Connecticut, okay? So with that, we have a variation of needs, learning needs, resources, so on and so forth. So the first thing that we made sure that we were committed to is making sure that we approach the academic process, okay, with flexibility, understanding, and kindness to make sure we meet the variation, okay, of kinds of students that we have. Next, we wanted to make sure we did this with sensitivity, okay? Ensuring that you and your families are as informed as possible to be able to make the best decisions for yourself. You'll see what I'm talking about in a few slides. And then also, we need to make sure we made it as simple as possible. And right now, we feel pretty good about the plan we have in place. A few of your parents have already sent us emails, really just kind of expressing their appreciation for how seamless or how simple it is, okay? All right, so our process is pretty involved, okay? We didn't just come up with this plan overnight. We started, okay, by giving consideration to all those important things that are milestones for you guys. So, case in point, we talk about your progress towards graduation. We have a lot of students who have eligibility things that they have to meet, whether it's for athletics or any other extracurricular activity. And then we also had to make sure that we had some level of flexibility because many of you, specifically seniors, will be transitioning on. We needed to make sure that the plan we had in place allowed you to make that a seamless transition, okay? Next, we did a lot of work, okay? The good thing about Connecticut is that even though our state seems big, it's really this big, okay? So we had a lot of conversations with other schools to see what they were doing, okay? We shared our ideas about our thoughts, and then we learned a lot through those deep conversations. And we probably got exemplars from probably about 5 or 6 different schools. Talked to people in West Hartford, talked to people in Newtown, talked to people in Waterford, talked to people all over the state. But ultimately, we knew that whatever we designed had to fit our needs here at Windsor, okay? Because every school has its own DNA, so to speak, and Windsor's DNA is different, okay? And then we worked in-house, okay? I worked with all the department leaders, had conversations with a few teachers. We don't feel like we have a perfect plan, but we feel pretty good about our plan, okay? Ideally, the perfect plan would be to be in school and finish the year off here, right? So that's how we ended up with the plan that we have, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is go into the plan. So here's the plan, okay? It's really that simple, okay? You're gonna have the opportunity to make a determination whether you want to do the A, B, C, D, F, traditional format, or you can go pass fail, okay? For each course, you'll have the decision to make, okay, that suits your needs, which is what I really like about this, okay? Now, for seniors, you guys are on your way out. A lot of you guys have privileges. It's not as, you don't have to make the decision for every course, but you might find some relevance. Now, let me talk a little bit about the difference. If you go our traditional route, okay, A, B, C, plus minus the entire scale all the way through F, you have a GPA, okay? If you go to pass fail, pass means you completed everything, okay? So you're gonna get the credit, but you won't get the GPA, okay? Now, conversely, let's take a look at this. Fail, you lose everything. Okay, but the GPA does not count towards your overall cumulative GPA. Okay, now this is important because at the time you guys become seniors, if you're not already a senior, you guys really understand the significance of a GPA in terms of what it means for your academic success here and your academic transition after you leave here. So this is where it becomes nuanced, okay? Because again, you have the option, but you have to figure out what works for you. What I have here is our grading scale, okay, which comes out of our program of study. And to be very honest with you, as we went through this, not analyze this, now ultimately it's going to be your decision. You should have a conversation with your parents, have a conversation with your teachers. They're going to give you some kind of feedback of their thoughts, but ultimately you will make that decision. Your counselors are also going to be heavily involved. But as I look at our scale, okay, by and large, I mean, you don't have to do what I'm saying, but if you have a B- or better across any of our levels, maybe opt for the traditional route, okay? Because it suggests that your GPA is going to be a 2.6 or higher, okay? So I want you to take a look at that. But if you're a kid who's going to be considering NCAA eligibility as far as competing in athletics beyond high school, then there's some very specific things that you have to do to meet the NCAA clearinghouse, okay? Specific courses with specific GPAs. So you need to have that conversation with your parents, have a conversation with your counselors, and they'll give you the best advice as to how to go about doing this, all right? All right. So the last thing I want to kind of touch on is this, okay? Go ahead, clap it up, okay? No exams, all right? So we're not doing exams. So it now suggests that everything we do moving forward counts, okay? So everything you do counts. And everything you don't do counts, all right? So you'll see that what we did is we, because we understand the disruption that the closures had, we shifted the significance, okay, of how much happens in the fourth quarter, and we inflated a little bit into the third quarter because we were able to get through about 95% of the school year in the third quarter. So what does that mean, okay? It means you have to stay on top of your work in this fourth quarter, okay? I know we got some emails. Overall, we've done an excellent job with distance learning, but we got some emails from students saying the work is too much. We've given guidance to your teachers in terms of what to do to scale some things down. So hopefully you've seen the volume of work that you're required to do come down just a little bit. But now, okay, and I've given some guidance to your teachers about what to do about those last 2 weeks in the third quarter that we went to closure. So let's talk about your expectations, all right? Number one, continue to do what you're doing, okay? Can't tell you how extremely pleased we are with all of you, okay? And the way you've really kind of adapted. We know it's not ideal, but we've done it better than most places, okay? So shout out, keep doing what you're doing great, one day at a time, okay? Just remain connected. Number two, talk to your parents and share your understanding of this grading plan. Again, there's a lot of flexibility, a lot of decision is put in your hands. You are behind the driver's wheel. Ultimately, okay, you don't have to worry about anything right now, but probably about 3 weeks before the end of the quarter, I'll talk to you all about the process of how you're going to submit your decisions in terms of which courses you want to do the pass-fail or which ones you want to go the traditional route with, okay? There's more to come on that. Your teacher's already got some kind of framework on it, but it's still a work in progress. Next, working with your teachers, okay? They have been amazing, okay? Continue to stay connected to them. Talk to your school counselor for advice, okay? Can't stress that enough. Stay logged in to your Google Classroom, okay? You guys know your friends. Connect with them. Tell them to stay logged in. The more people we can get active in the classroom, the better, okay? Again, we know these conditions are not ideal. Participate in the best of your abilities in the learning community. Okay, submit all work that's required, okay? And post content for relevant classes, all right? All right, ask questions and or seek clarity and help when necessary, okay? Use feedback to improve and reflect on learning, okay? We talk about being a critical thinker and a problem solver, but we also talk about this being a growth process, all right? Produce high quality work, okay? A long time I asked everybody, how are your grades? Well, I'm doing my work. I'll talk to you guys about that. That is not the standard, okay? Talk to me about the quality of the work, okay? Is it A level work? Is it B level work? Is it C? Anything less than a C, I'm really not a fan of, okay? So do high quality work. Support your friends and peers, and as always, you already know what it is, take care of each other, okay? So it's just a quick synopsis of what we're looking at. There'll be more to come, okay? But what I do want you to do is take a look at your list of courses, figure out where your current academic standing is, and then start to reflect on what decision you want to go with, okay? You want to go pass-fail for this course. You want to go with the standard grading process for this course. There'll be more to come in time. All right. We love you guys. We miss you guys. Stay on top of the work. Keep the spirits high, and we'll take it one day at a time. All right.